Oh my god, this is, I don't know if people can hear me. Is this? Alrighty. So we're going on. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Oh my goodness. Alright, here we go. Alrighty. Okay, people are logging on. I'm so excited. This is so... Alright, here we go. I don't know, can people hear me? If you can hear me. Oh, I see the hearts. This is so awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in, for joining. Oh my god, this is awesome. Here we go. I'm so nervous. This is the first time I go on any live or I do any of this. So bear with me if the sound is different, something goes odd or anything. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for accepting this live. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a while, but out of fear, I never started it. Out of you know, just this thing in my mind where I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. This is not what I'm gonna do. This is odd. This is weird. This is different. You know, you're just tuning into a live and talking to yourself. But I decided to step out of my comfort zone. So here I am. This first live is actually gonna be with just me, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm starting this, where this came from, and just kind of lead you guys to what's to come and what's going to happen within the next couple of weeks. Just to tell you a little bit about me, I saw this, you know, came up with this idea a couple of months ago, but I just never said yes to it, and I covered myself with all this like fear of whether or not I wanted to start this. And to be honest, it took months to actually say yes to this. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. I'm going to step out of like my regular routine, and I'm just going to go for it. And I think with these circumstances that we're all living right now, it's just such a perfect moment to actually do this. I have always been a very people person. I love community. I love being around people. I love inspiring people. I love talking to people. I love having deep conversations with people. I am not a social butterfly, but I would like to say that I do love community, and I do love being around people and just having deep conversations, really. And during this season of quarantine, that has been something that I haven't been able to do. None of us have. And I have been struggling with wanting to step out of my comfort zone and say yes to a calling that I just have been wanting to take part of, but I just have never. And then about a month or so ago, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say yes to this. I'm going to start doing this. And I just didn't know what I wanted to be a part of. I didn't know what I wanted to start. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I knew that I wanted to inspire or to talk about new things and just to bring light in the middle of all this darkness that we're all experiencing. So I came up with a couple of ideas. And when I kind of like expressed this and started planning this, I actually said this to my husband. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to start. This is what I am hoping to do. What do you think about it? And he was just like, listen, that's not you. You know, the idea is you, but the actual thing that you would be doing is not you. So just do something that is all of you, and just something that you're passionate about, something that you love, something that really comes from the heart, and inspire people with just what you have inside of you. That is what you'll be able to, you know, share with others. So I took it as of like very big discouragement. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But it really led to something much bigger, much better than what I thought I was gonna do. And I thought, I'm like, you know what? Out of fear, we're able to step into such an awesome an encouraging and beautiful environment. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to talk about. I know what I want to build. I know what I want to be a part of. And I started planning. I started talking to people. I started encouraging people. I started, praying about it. And I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I want to do. I want to create a space where we're able to have those intimate, deep conversations that we typically always have when we're around a campfire with our friends, around the pool with our family members, sitting at a park with our best friend. Those are the environments that we typically have, and we typically are able to experience this like deep conversation that we're all in awe about. And we're all like, wow, I can't believe we said that. I can't believe we were a part of that. I can't believe that, we had that conversation. And out of those really deep conversations, we either change our way of doing things. We either start something new, we become inspired, or sometimes nothing comes out of it. But it was just such a nourishing moment in our lives that we just remember forever. And I wanted to bring that in the middle of all this quarantine and all of this like craziness. And I thought about it, and I'm like, out of all this fear that everybody's experiencing right now, something beautiful has to come out of it. Something that's impactful. Right now we're all part of a historical moment. Right now we're all being a part of something that our kids, our grandchildren, the children of our children are going to learn about and talk about and be like, oh my goodness, in 2020 this really happens? Like, no, that's so crazy or whatever. And right now it's our reality. Right now, what one day will be part of history is our reality. And I feel like in the middle of our reality, we need to find out, what are we going to do? How are we going to come out of this? And I was just like, you know what? This is a season we're never going to live again. This is a season that we're never going to experience, ever in our life, hopefully. So out of this season, what are we going to make out of it? How are we going to contribute to the history that our children are going to read about? How are we going to be a part of just everybody's life and everybody's day to day? And I started thinking, and I'm like, everybody's either starting a new hobby, starting a new sport, getting fit, and learning how to cook and all of this. And I'm like, that's amazing. That is the way that we're going to be able to come out of this darkness and out of this craziness with something positive. Out of every storm comes a rainbow. And I believe that out of this quarantine, out of this virus, something beautiful is going to come out. We can't dismiss the fact that, yes, it is a very tragic moment. It's a very heartbreaking moment. It's a moment that we never experienced. We never wished to have experienced. We were never prepared for. And it's just something that, we didn't expect and we didn't want. But what are we going to do in the midst of uncalled for situations? And I really believe that out of all of this, something has to change. Something will change. The other day, I read a post, and it was actually my uncle's wife who posted this. And she said, right now I don't have a job. I don't have a way of paying my bills. I don't know how I'm going to really do my everyday life. Like, I don't know what's going to happen right now. But I am so grateful for everything we're experiencing right now. Right now, we're all living through something that we have to be grateful for. And I started thinking, and I'm like, wow, she's got such an amazing aspect out of it. And then I kept reading through the post, and she said, out of this quarantine, out of this tough situation, out of this uncalled for circumstance that we're all living, I'm able to connect with my daughter in a way that I've never connected with her before. Something like being able to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner for her is something that she never experienced because she was she was always working. Something that she was never able to do was learn about her daughter in a way that's so deep in her everyday life. You know, she's a teenager right now. This is such a prime time for her life. And she's like, wow, I am able to learn who my daughter is, what this 13, 14-year-old girl thinks, and what she's worried about, and what she's wanting to do, and who she's wanting to be. And thankfully, at this moment in her life, she's able to be a part of her. And I just thought about that, and I'm like, that's amazing. That's amazing. You know, people, are not working. People are not being able to find a way to pay for their bills. People are stuck. People are at home. You know, yes, it's a very unfortunate situation, but so much beauty comes out of it as long as we have that mentality of looking at it in such a positive way. And then I started thinking, like, right now, this is the moment where we're gonna be the closest to our family members. We're gonna be closest to our loved ones. We're gonna be reconnecting old relationships. I know that the other day I texted a friend that I haven't talked to in like years, and I had such a beautiful conversation with her, and I was just like, wow, I probably wouldn't have done that because I'm so caught up in my everyday life, and I'm so caught up in like what's going on. And I was just like, thankfully I was able to have that conversation with her and have that like intimate one-on-one girl moment with her. And I was just like, this is amazing. And then I had another friend who was just like, you know what? I've remodeled my entire house. And I'm like, that is amazing. Like, she started remodeling everything. She started like fixing, organizing, DIYing things that her everyday life, her work, her school, her everything wasn't going to allow her to do. And she was able to do it. And I really think that it's like amazing that we're able to kind of step away from this crazy, hectic lifestyle that we all have and just kind of go core to what really matters and the beauty of our life and of our family. I always think, I'm like, I just got married a couple months ago, and we're moving to California. And randomly, my family decides to now have, like, the other day we celebrated Cinco de Mayo. All right, we've never done that. We've never made taco nights. We've never done any of that. And we sat down and like literally had tacos, laughed, played games, like made videos, took pictures. And yeah, my family's a very tight family. Like, we've always been very family oriented. But something like that, that's so meaningless and so like nonchalant, like super random, casual, probably everybody does it, but our family never did it. And this quarantine kind of brought that for us. And it got a moment where we were together, laughing, tacos. We swore we were from Mexico. We had chihuahuas in the house. Everybody was like, yay, you know, thinking that we were super, I don't know, whatever. But it was fun. It was amazing. And it was such a nourishing moment for our family. And I believe that's what's going to happen in a lot of our houses and a lot of our households if we permit that. So that's what I kind of wanted to bring these lives for. I wanted us to I'm going to have guests coming on here. I'm going to have people who are going to teach us new things. We're going to have deep conversations that maybe we couldn't have because we're not surrounded by our friends and having, you know, these intimate moments with them or anything. But we're able to, you know, have this through our social media. So that's what I would like to bring out of these lives. Something that will nourish you guys. Right now, this live is going to be a little shorter than the future lives just because, you know, I'm alone right now and we're not having like a deep thing to really teach or anything like that. But we're going to have different conversations. Next week or this Sunday is actually Mother's Day. For all of you who haven't bought anything for your mother, this is the moment. This is the cue. This is your sign. Go buy your mom something. But this Sunday is Mother's Day, and next Thursday we're gonna have a Mother's Day themed conversation. I'm not a mom, but I hope to one day be. So I want to learn out of maybe a mother. I don't have kids, and I do have a husband, but I don't have kids right now, so I don't have, this kind of conversation in my mind playing out. But I don't think it's ever too soon to have that conversation. I don't think it's ever too soon to learn about who we are and who we wish to be and who we will become. And then we have another, live that we have planned in for all of those that want to learn about photography or just want to learn about. I'm not going to give you guys so much details. I'm just going to let you guys come. But it's about 5 weeks so far planned of Thursdays. That's going to be a moment where we're all going to learn about something. I really want us all to come out of this quarantine. And I do believe we're all going to come out of this quarantine in a whole new light, and we're all going to experience something that we've never experienced before. And I think it's in our hands and it's our responsibility to make something beautiful out of all of this. I do believe that we don't know why this happened. Nobody has the answers on why we are all experiencing this. We don't have the answers on what the purpose behind all of this is. And I don't think we're ever going to have the answers on why God allowed this to happen. But we do have control over what we do during these circumstances and what comes out of this situation and how we react from the unexpected. And I do believe that we can react in a way that's going to be nourishing, and it's going to be changing, and it's going to be impactful for the generation that's right here, right now, and the generation that's to come. I know that I've learned that my day-to-day life really takes up a lot of what the core of our family should be. I know that my busyness, my desire to always be up and running, because that's always been my drive. That's always been something that I've always done. Back in high school, I was like high school, club, extracurricular, I was always running and I was always going. And that didn't change right after graduation. That continued going into college, and, that continued going on in now my, young adulthood life, So I just thought, okay, we're always in this fast pace, and maybe, just maybe, this whole purpose of all of this is for us to just take a breath and just stop and reflect on what really matters and grow and change and become better people, a better sister, a better daughter, a better wife, a better husband, a better brother, a better friend. Whatever it is, as long as we're coming out of this better, that's all that matters. And I thought, I had a little verse, a Bible verse that came out of this, and it was in Matthew 7:25, and it said, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you'll eat or drink, or whatever your body or what you'll wear." We are going to worry. But God really asks us not to worry, and asks us to just have that faith that He's got everything under control. And there's this really awesome song that just always ministered me and always impacted my life. And it's called Waymaker. And look it up. It is amazing. The lyrics just hit just perfectly in your heart in a way that, for me, it's so ministering. And the song says, oh darn it, I missed the lyrics. Okay, it says, even when I don't see it, you're working. And I believe that's all of this too. We don't know what's happening. We're going to worry. We're going to have fear. We don't know what's going on. But even when we don't see it, He's working. Something amazing is going to happen. Out of every historical moment, something positive comes out of it. Someone is freed. Someone is growing. Someone is becoming. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's beautiful that out of really unfortunate situations, something amazing can come out of it. So this is going to be a very short live. It's not going to be so crazy and so long, and it's not. But I hope it's a little bit of what all of these Thursdays are going to be about. I hope it's a little bit of, for you to think about what's going to happen. We're going to have awesome guests. I'm so excited for the guests, honestly. Some of these people I haven't talked to in forever. And then some of them are my best friends or family members. We're going to have some days they're going to be in Spanish. Some days are going to be in English. We're just going to mix it up. We're going to, venture out with it. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so much fun. And we're gonna learn, we're gonna have deep conversations, we're gonna have intimate moments, we're just gonna have a really awesome moment. And I encourage you guys to keep tuning in. Just keep on coming. Something will come out where you're just like, wow, I've never seen this, I've never heard this, I've never experienced this. I'm so glad that I'm, watching this. Or, whatever positive thing you want to take out of this, take out of it. Like, that's my desire. And I just want you guys to let me know what you guys would want to see, what you guys would want to do, conversations you guys want to have. I know for a fact there's one conversation that I'm like very nervous about, but I'm so excited about it. And it's going to be one of those conversations that definitely makes me step out of my comfort zone, definitely makes me think more than like about the circumstance that I'm used to. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited because in the midst of all that deep conversation, we're going to learn, we're going to grow, we're going to become better, and we're just going to be a part of this history making. That's going to be amazing. And I really hope you guys continue coming. I hope you guys continue tuning into this live. Definitely very improv, but I believe it's full of purpose. And I just hope that you guys take in whatever God wants you guys to take in. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you next Thursday at 9 p.m. Bye. Take care.